Hi, and welcome to my channel, Think Outside of the Box. Today, I wanted to give you a quick update on the second follow-up I had. This one actually was sort of like an urgent follow-up, and it was due because 3 days ago, when I was taking a shower, I transferring from the shower bench to my wheelchair. Unfortunately, the only drainage tube that I had left got tangled. I don't know how. I'm still thinking about that. Trust me, I don't have a clue. It got tangled, and unfortunately, it got pulled out completely. So they wanted to see me, and they saw me today. Everything is good, thank God. They were worried about possible fluid retention just because obviously no drainage tube. Where is that fluid gonna go to? Seroma can um, be created because of that, which is a like a bowl of fluid in the area of the surgery, which it could be anywhere in the abdomen, not necessarily near the incision. It could be anywhere. So what I was advised to do while I was seen today was to tighten as much as possible the garment in order to prevent that from happening. When I went today, they actually said there is a slight possibility, very slight, tiny slight, that there could be a possible fluid retention in the area below the new belly button. And you're gonna see pictures now because they finally took out the steri-strips. So those were the sutures that are in the form of the tape. So it's not like a real suture. They're just steri-strips, tapes. And the incision, although, oh my God, I never thought, I knew it was going to be big. Duh, right? It's the full tummy tuck. Hello, it is huge. I mean, huge. It's from like one hip to the other hip. That big it is. But the good thing, despite how big or extensive the surgery was, no wonder I was in so much pain. Um, it is healing super duper nicely. So I am very excited. It's like almost thin, pencil thin shaped um, drawing of a line. So it is healing super nicely. You're going to see in the picture the incision, the whole incision. I tried to cover as much as possible, obviously, my private part. Um, so, because the incision is super duper low, it's really, really low. Um, I never thought that the incision would be that low, and it makes sense, obviously, because if you're wearing a hip hugger or if you're wearing a bikini, it is not going to show at all because it is that low. So I tried to cover as much as possible so you could see the whole incision without the steri-strips, and and you can have an idea. Today's, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it's my 10th day after the surgery. So it was my second follow-up, not scheduled. It was an urgent follow-up, and it's my 10th day after the surgery. I am going to be seen again in 2 days. So when I am 12 days from the surgery, they want to see me again just to check in the possible site where I've told you that there could be a little bit of fluid retention. What they advise me for now, until 2 days more, is when I do the compression of the garment very tight, I should put a maxi pad or a combine pad, which I have plenty, and put it on top of the area that might be trying to create fluid retention. So that way, when I tighten the garment, that will put even more pressure on that side. The logic behind that is that the more you tighten the abdomen, the less possibility of this aroma, because all the fluid will spread and will be absorbed by the body. It will be forced to do that because you're not giving it access to any pocket of skin to accumulate. So just be mindful of that. I know that even if you have your drainage tubes or if you had them removed already, please make sure to follow those instructions. I know that the garment is a love and hate relationship. At first you hate it because it is tight and it bothers in the edges of bottom and top. Then it becomes your best friend because when you take it off, you feel like you're gonna faint. You feel like you're gonna throw up. It's really it's undescribable, basically. But the more you tighten it, the better. I know it's uncomfortable if you need to put a little bit of the maxi pads or pads there just to take care of the pressures on the sides of edges. Do so, but just make sure you have help to put that as tight as possible. Come on, you went through this surgery already. You're going through the pain and discomfort. You might as well put an extra little effort more and just do what it needs to be done in order to make sure that the results are what you're expecting it to be. In terms of the what to do now that the steri-strips are off, it's time to put the Skin Medica solution for the recovery complex solution on the wound once a day after I shower in a circular massaging way. I have to put it all through the incision and around the belly button where the incisions are, not inside the belly button. No moisture whatsoever has to be inside the belly button. You want it as dry as possible to decrease infections, okay? So I have to apply that. I'll show you a picture of that lotion as well, and that is only once a day. And then once I take the shower, I soap and water thoroughly that area, dry it thoroughly with blower, including blower if needed be, and then put the Skin Medica on and blow dry it as well. And then take 2-inch paper tape, which I'm going to show you right now. Sorry, I'm looking down because my little dog is there and I don't want to have an accident. Right, baby? Okay. So this is the 2-inch paper tape. 2-inch is better in terms of that type of incision. Although it's super thin, like I said, my incision, it needs to have a lot of support because the skin will be pulling and doing its natural thing when you move. So you want to, after you dry with the blow dryer, the Skin Medica, you want to put tape over all that incision. That way you're making sure it won't get pulled down in different directions. It will give you more support as well. Just be mindful, it's gonna be a little bit painful when you remove the tape all the time on the incision, but it's part of that I had to do the same with the incisions of the breast lift and augmentation surgery. It's a hassle, I know, and the day when they tell you you don't have to use the tape anymore is the best day ever of your life. But for now, unfortunately, now I have to do the tape to that incision. But again, we did it through, we make it through. You know, it's super important to do everything that's needed um, to take care of your wound. If you have questions, also before I forget, I finished the bromelain and the arnica already, and they advised me, as you're gonna see in this picture, since I have a lot of hematomas and bruising still, they advised me to continue for a second round of the bromelain and arnica. So the next picture, you're going to see the bottle of the bromelain, you're going to see the bottle of the arnica. These two new bottles will continue in helping with faster recovery, decreased swelling, and less bruising. Although, as you saw, I still have plenty, but I would have had a lot more if I wouldn't have been taking these vitamins, the bromelain and the arnica, 3 days before I started the surgery. So it's 2 rounds of these vitamins to help with this. That's about it. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, don't forget to write them below or send me a message via my Facebook page, which you'll find the link below as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying my journey, and I hope that if you are embarking in this journey, it's gonna be as gratifying as it has been for me. Although we know we're gonna have pain, I might say that today, since it's my 10th day, I'm off the pain medication. The pain is barely, or even like, it's more of a discomfort than pain, and it can easily be controlled with just Tylenol. So that's good. However, don't do what I did on my first video, which I attempted to take off my, like, get off from my pain medication on the 4th day of the surgery. Don't do that. No way. So now it's my 10th day. It's okay. And I feel comfortable enough to do it. And it's been okay. I've been 24 hours already without the pain medication, and nothing has happened, thank God. And despite manipulating the area, because remember, I just came from the doctor's office. So they were touching and poking a little to see everything and see everything was fine. The only medication per se, other than just the vitamins, like I told you, of the arnica and the bromelain, the only medication that I'm still taking is the muscle relaxant. And again, everyone is unique. So I don't know if it's going to be the same for you. But because of my physical disability of cerebral palsy with spastic quadriplegia, which means that my muscles constantly contract and spasm, they decided to extend the period for the muscle relaxant. So I'm going to be having either 10 or to 15 more days of the muscle relaxant, although not, it's every 12 hours. And instead of taking 2 pills, as I've been taking so far, it's going to be 1 pill every 12 hours. But still, I'm going to have some muscle relaxant in my system to help me with this spasticity and hopefully continue to heal nicely. One last picture to show you the Skin Medica, again, the recovery complex that I will be applying on the incision. So that way you'll have an idea of what to look for if your surgeon approves of it. So thank you so much for watching and for being with me in this journey. And I hope to see you soon. And don't forget, definitely think outside of the box.